For the past 7 days, I switched to controller. And as for the reason why, I won't bore you guys with it. But that's besides the point. Because at the end of these 7 days, I'm going to be playing a tournament to see whether or not I actually progressed. Starting with day 1. I would like to say that it was a smooth start, but I won't lie, plugging a controller into a PC is the hardest thing I've ever done. And not to mention, once I got in game, I had to fix all my settings. I didn't get these settings from a pro or anything, but I did used to play on controller around chapter 1. So I think I'm gonna stick to these settings. But after I did get that figured out, I spent most of my time free building to try and get used to the controls. But I won't lie, it was a bit confusing. Cone. So, cone! Anyways, after spending some more time free building, I had gotten my 90s down and my triple edits. Kind of. My triple edits were a long way to go from what I can do on KBM, but the progress was there, and that's all that mattered. After somewhat learning the controls, I hopped into a 1v1 just to see how I would do against a real player, and it's safe to say, it was not good. Death after death, I noticed I was getting a little bit too ahead of myself, so I called it quits for the day.
Starting off day 2, I focused on the things that I wasn't good at, mainly my mechanics.
So instead of free building for hours on end, I played a piece control map for hours on end, which I have to say actually helped me quite a lot. After just 10 minutes of playing, I could tell that my edits were getting more consistent. Not only that, but there was tarping tunnels and even piece control tunnels where you could practice your piece against bots. The only problem I encountered during this whole process was the fact that my edit was my right stick, which hurt my thumb a lot. I thought about changing it, but I decided against it. After doing all that for a little bit over 30 minutes, I went straight into the most journeyiest map I could think of that had bad people but were real players. And what better place than piece control 1v1? I know that my aim has been a lacking part of my gameplay, so I really wanted to focus on where I put my crosshair and how I would track my enemies. But that was better said than done. But as I kept spitting on this kid, I noticed he was a little too bad for me, which meant I was progressing, but it also meant I needed a bigger challenge, which is exactly what I did on day 3. Starting off day 3, I knew I needed some fighting practice, so I called up my friend to 1v1, and it actually went pretty well. Well, you know, as well as it could have gone. I could tell he was taking it easy on me, but the fact that I even got a kill on him impresses even me. On a real note though, most of my kills were pretty unskillful. It's okay though, because I didn't come out empty-handed, because I could tell that my mechanics were getting better and better each day. Because instead of taking a fast fighting style, I chose to calm things down, and all this was in preparation for ranked. Although ranked might not be a big deal for you, this will be my first time getting actual in-game fighting, which meant it was really important. And I'm not gonna lie, it didn't go as bad as I thought it was. I started off with 1 kill, and then to 2, and then even 3. Yeah, I got a little too cocky, so I ended the day with my free build. Starting off day 5, I knew I had to switch things up. Especially from what I played yesterday, I knew I had to get my fighting to a level where I could at least hold my 1 with someone. Which is exactly why I wanted to play Zone Wars. I knew that this game mode could help me not die to fall damage, and also focus on my mats and just everything in general. So after getting a quick warm up in, I called up my friend again and we went straight into Zone Wars. I noticed almost right away the difference between 1v1s and Zone Wars. I felt like I was way more careful about what builds I was placing, and I could balance aiming and building at the same time. I could tell that it was definitely gonna help me. But not only that, I was getting a bit confident. Let's go, baby! Although I was winning quite a few rounds, I still got put down a lot. But this definitely boosted my confidence for the other days to come, as I could clearly see the improvement that I had made. I was even almost hitting clips. Oh my. But I do have to clarify, I did not win this 1v1 at all. You're so lucky! And after getting dominated, I called it quits for the day. But I knew what I had to do for tomorrow. On day 5, I took it pretty easily. I spent basically all of my day playing Martha's box fights. Mainly because I know I won't have the mechanical ability in-game to do anything flashy. So I really wanted to practice playing boxed up. And that wasn't going so good. Although I did spend most of my time getting pissed on, today gave me more confidence than ever. Not only could I see that my piece was getting better, but my aim as well. Although aim might be one of the more easier things on controller, I still find it quite hard to track someone. So me seeing myself hit all these shots actually made me really happy. But now that I have somewhat gotten the aim part of controller, I wanted to focus on my mechanics. Not like I was not doing that already, but I knew it would be a really crucial part in game. So I knew I had to practice it a lot, which is exactly what I did going into day 6. Day 6 was also relatively a pretty short day. Basically all I did all day was PG my friend. You might be asking why I'm not grinding on the last 2 days, and my answer to you is that I have no clue. I mean, to be completely honest, does it really matter? I mean, look how PC I am. Oh my. It got to a point where even my friend thought I was on KBM.
That last kill, you were on keyboard.
I swear, I'm not on keyboard this whole time. I honestly don't blame him for thinking that. Cause although I wasn't clipping him or anything, the fundamentals of my mechanics were not looking like I started 6 days ago.
No,
By this point in time, my mechanics can now somewhat keep up with my mind, and I also think this level of mechanical ability is literally just perfect for the tournament tomorrow. And my ego was exploding through the roof. You might see this in tomorrow's tournament. But I mean, how could I not? I even almost hit this clip.
Let's see if you can kill me with one-on-one this ping.
Hey man, it was pretty close, no? Anyways, with the day wrapping up and my confidence at an all-time high, it was time. Whoa. Before we do all that, I had to get a quick warm-up in. And when I said quick warm-up, I meant quick. Cause I'm pretty sure I literally only played 5 rounds. That's besides the point, cause my warm-up was this whole week. I didn't need no warm-up, cause today was the day. Time to be great, man. Game 1 started off pretty low-key. I looted up, getting pretty stacked. And you know how I said this game was low-key? Yeah, I was lying. In the first 2 minutes of landing, I encountered my first enemy. Let's go. So after dominating my enemy, I was feeling pretty confident. You know how I said on day 6 you might see my ego shining through? Yeah, I ended up keying, and that didn't really go so well. But in all fairness, I didn't know there was cars in the game. Like, oh! Game 2 started off a little different. I decided to land at a new spot because I thought it would be more low-key. But I won't lie, I got into another fight in the first 2 minutes again. But this time, things went a little different. I try to remember everything I've done for the past 7 days and just look at this piece. But it wasn't over yet, cause I kid you not, 2 seconds later, a guy showed up while I was looting this guy's body. Little did he know, he doesn't know who he was messing with. You know, you might be asking how this game went wrong for me, and I'm not gonna lie, what's about to happen to me, it's just not my fault, okay? Maybe I got a little too egotistical, but imagine you died like this. Like, oh! After getting pissed on twice, I was done. I was going to make sure that this game was the game. So after wiping off spawn, I got into another fight. This would prove to be the most important fight of the whole tournament. Like, leave me alone, bro.